Dumelani Sanbonani, welcome back to the second episode of Youth Inspirational Talks. I'm your host, Utebi Kosekatandewai, and today we'll be speaking about an epic topic, a topic that our parents warned us about, but some of us chose not to listen because eventually it's about Thomas Angish. But then today we're talking about peer pressure, and I'm not rolling alone. I'm with
Ikamalami Busimpi or Mamakulu.
And you got your girl, Zanele.
So
guys, talk to me. When were you first exposed to peer pressure, and how did you know that there is a word that exists like peer pressure?
Firstly, I could say I was exposed to peer pressure when I was firstly exposed to having friends, to being exposed to the outside world, yeah.
Well, I was exposed to peer pressure from a very young age, which I believe was in primary. And when I firstly learned about it, which was in my early grades of primary as well.
So how were you exposed to peer pressure?
I was exposed to peer pressure because of the fact that maybe I wanted to feel accepted, I wanted to fit in with a particular group of people.
Yeah.
Well, I was firstly, there's a lot of times, but I recall when it was in grade 7, I felt like I was obliged to join up gangs and everything, and that's where I experienced having to smoke benzene.
Gangs, like serious gangs.
Scheme, STKs and everything.
Yeah. So how did you manage to go out from that?
I guess I grew up and didn't find interest in it anymore.
So how old were you when you realized that?
Grade 10. It took long,
So throughout the experience of peer pressure, did you realize that you're a victim too?
Yeah, I did, honestly. I was a victim through peer pressure because I felt like I was obliged to, it was a must to do everything to fit in, and if I didn't, you were viewed as a snob and all that.
Yeah.
Through the experience of peer pressure, I was a victim because I was following what I shouldn't have been doing myself. I was following what other people were doing, making myself impersonating other people so that I can become cool.
Yeah. So was there anything that you've done throughout your experience of peer pressure?
There's a lot. But above all else, all I could say, the main thing that I've done is not following my own intuition, not following and being myself and accepting myself. Yeah.
So how did you manage to get yourself throughout those?
I managed to get myself throughout that by being responsible of my actions, by taking care of myself and removing myself from those groups of people.
So was that one of the hardships you had to?
Yeah, I could say it was hard because it's something like you losing friends in that process.
Well, something bad I did because of peer pressure, I'd say it was to bribe my mom because I needed an iPhone and felt that it was a must that I should have one, or because you would look like the cool girl living the soft life and everything on IG.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you have any regrets on that?
No. I don't.
So research has proven that peer pressure has increased rapidly in the past 25 years. What do you think is the reason behind that?
I think it is because of the era we are living in, which is the fourth industrial revolution, where technology is essential and we're using technology for everything. So social media is the main, because we let it impact us and influence us. So I can say it's social media.
Peer pressure rates have increased because our generation has so much access to social media, whereby now it's easy enough for majority of us to have an input on wanting to be part of peer pressure.
So you both are agreeing that social media is the main.
Yeah.
So how do you think we can manage to stop that?
I could say you could manage to stop that by just doing your own thing and being comfortable in your own skin. Then if you're comfortable in your own skin, you're doing things that not other people are doing, but only you. Yeah.
Do you think peer pressure was effective like now? And why do you think so?
No, I don't think it was effective back then because personally I believe that back then the youth was able to accept their backgrounds and everything. They would understand the situations and work to become better people. But now we feel obliged. Parents listen to kids more than kids listen to their parents lately, which is all under because of pressure.
Okay, yeah. I could say, you know, when like you're being pressured or influenced into doing something that is not on your own will. So if it's not on your own will, you should do your own will, love yourself, accept yourself, do things that you can do, not mainly because of other people are doing that particular thing.
We all know that all habits die hard, right? So how did you manage to escape from that?
I think the first step into breaking old habits is to take responsibility for your actions and taking responsibility for whatever you're doing. Then you take measures to become better and breaking that habit.
Finding yourself. I think taking time and getting to accept who you are before you live for people can help you. That's where you get to learn and accept the cans and cannots that you've got in your life. Like I did, getting to learn from someone who inspires me, Kamahelo Mpela. I believe I was able to learn that you need to live for yourself, and yeah.
In all that has happened, do you put the blame on yourself or your surroundings?
I could say no, I don't put a blame on my surroundings, even though environment has like an impact on a person, like you can be impacted by your environment, but no, I blame myself because I fully take accountability and responsibility for my actions. I put myself in that particular situation and I should find a way to become better and get out of that particular situation.
Same, I put the blame on me because I believe that my life is controlled by me. I get to take choices and decisions for myself. So the blame is all on me.
So why do you think you never saw that impacting you, that you're the one who is the caretaker of your own life when it's all started?
I would say I wasn't thinking straight. I was all on the mentality on that I need to fit in.
I could say that I was younger then, so I didn't have like enough mental strength to stand for myself. Yeah.
So do you guys believe now that you have a backbone to actually stand on your decisions?
Yes, absolutely.
What is the most valuable lesson that you've learned throughout your experience?
The most valuable lesson I've learned is that I must be comfortable in my own skin. I must do things I love. I must love myself. Yeah, and I must accept myself for who I am, so people can accept me. And if I have friends, they should love me for me and love me for who I am.
Yeah.
Well, what I've learned is that all the things we do under pressure, we found them here and we're going to leave them here. So there's no reason for you to put pressure on yourself, because at no matter what pace you walk on or run at, you will find them there.
So most definitely there are teenagers that are going through what you guys are going through. So can you please give them one best advice?
I would say to them, find friends who inspire you, find friends who love you, find friends who will take you to better places than finding friends who will damage your future.
Well, I'm not a good advisor, but I will tell them that they should enjoy it while it lasts, and at the end of the day there's going to be a lesson learned. We all get to learn from our mistakes, so yeah.
We all heard what they said. I hope you listening there at home and you take what they say. With all that being said, I'm your boy Tim Nkosikatanjegwayo, and please like and subscribe. Your love and support is highly appreciated from us and the team. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
You're welcome.